Welcome to another episode of More Than Hoops, powered by TPL, sponsored by Dick's House of Sport. My name is Grant Hurst. Today I'm here with three Lady Vols. So let's start with telling us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Lauren Hurst. I'm Grant's sister, and I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee.
I'm Pauldo. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. Yeah.
My name is Deniya Prawl, and I'm from Toronto, Canada.
All right, so for all of you being highly talented and very recruited throughout all of high school, name some of your favorite stories on visits at the University of Tennessee or even just on the phone with Gabe Lazo.
Coach Lazo was at every game he could possibly be at, blowing up my phone. He was definitely on top of recruiting me, and I can't imagine how it was for those two as well.
Basketball and volleyball.
Yeah.
I got a call from Gabe Lazo in my basement one morning at 7 a.m.
Wait.
This was when he was at Mississippi State recruiting Lauren. I'm sure that doesn't surprise either of you.
No. No. One of my favorite memories when I came on my official visit, is when I was in crutches, and so they put me in a wheelchair and was just wheeling me around, like rolling me around campus. Yes. Yes, like just rolling me around. We was going down the hills. He was going to eat out with KB and some of the coaching staff. Yeah. And I was having a good time just rolling on that wheelchair.
I don't remember that.
I didn't meet you guys at that time. This is when campus was dead. Like, no one was here.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to come when you were on your visit and when you were on your visit, but I had something else both times.
Yeah. Too busy for me.
Whatever. Yeah, it's okay. Hollywood, I ain't see you once until we got here.
I know, it was like fresh.
Yeah,
first time we met was the first time.
On top of that, you committed like dead last.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. Y'all all committed first and then I did.
Yeah, they had me text you. Well, I also wanted to text you, but
yeah, they're
like, make sure she commits. We need her. My favorite memory, probably like what you said, Lazo calling me all the time, when it was allowed, of course. And he would show up to everything. Like, one time, I remember we had our first practice open gym. He showed up. He was like the first coach there, and he stayed. He was the last one to leave, and he was just always there. Like, it got to a point where my coaches from IMG was like, he's damn near on our staff. Like, it got to that point, so it was great.
So let's talk about some high school accolades. Deniya, you were a McDonald's All-American, Jordan Brand Classic, and some others. You can share those in a little bit. Yeah. Maya, you were a part of Overtime and Slam. Lauren, you won a Gatorade 2-time? 3-time.
Ooh, 3-time.
For volleyball, actually. But out of those things I didn't mention, go ahead and talk about some of your other accolades.
So first, my senior year of high school started off with Overtime Select. I was actually with the Twins. We won the championship there. She could talk about that more, but that's where it started. And then the nominees for McDonald's, that came out. I made that. That game was amazing. The whole month of April was amazing. We also had Jordan Brand, Hoop Summit, all that.
Where were all those at?
McDonald's was in New York. Okay. Jordan Brand was in DC. Hoop Summit was in Oregon. And then Chipotle Nationals was in Indianapolis.
You were everywhere.
That was a lot
the
of fun
whole month of April.
The
whole month of April. I was just.
I remember seeing y'all's stories and stuff, seeing y'all there.
It was a lot. It was like
really
it was just consistent posting the whole month. I think I posted like 5 times in that 1 month.
Did the McDonald's, y'all got to go like on a boat, right? Or
like, that
looked really cool, like the jackets and stuff.
We had like our last names on it, and then it was cool.
Jada,
we got rings.
Jada, when we first moved in, I was like, "Dang, girl, you got all this stuff in here." She showed me her jacket, her ring, stuff like that. It was cool.
Yeah, my mom took that from me, so.
Nah,
but yeah, that whole month was just amazing. Honestly, like, it was a great way to close my senior year of high school.
I'll also include like the Philly All-American game. I dropped 37 that game. Ooh. And they gave me like this plaque of like my jersey number, and I forgot the girl name, but she was like one of the top players coming out of Philly, and she went to the league as well. So they gave me like one of her plaques recognizing me as one of those good players. I really enjoyed that event.
Yeah.
I also went to Overtime Select with Deniya, who was on the same team. We became champions, the first to ever do it there.
What was y'all's team names? I know they're crazy.
Double Dynasty.
Because they were captains.
Yeah, me and Mia were captains, so yeah.
I didn't even peep that when they said they did that for y'all.
Double, twins. Yeah. I went to Slam as well. That was fun. That was in New York. That's like 30 minutes away from my crib.
I've seen videos of that my whole life. Yeah. Y'all played outside.
Yes, at Rutgers Park.
Cool.
How is that? Like,
the atmosphere is crazy. Yes. The men's, well, the boys' game is at at night.
Yeah.
And the girls' game is like during the day, but I love it. I love the atmosphere. We get to be on this big old bus and just ride through New York City.
Like a double-decker?
Yeah.
Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, I saw those videos. Those were cool.
Yeah, we be outside bumping the music. Like when you're on top of the bus, and you're riding, you can literally hit your head on the traffic lights. Like that's how high it is.
And they have like the fans are like reaching, trying to get y'all attention.
Yeah,
right?
we threw our
that's cool.
socks and stuff at the.
Socks.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
want.
They're like they want anything, like anything.
They want anything. Your shirt, your sweaty shirt, your jersey.
New Yorkers are dirty, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying, like, they just want anything we have, you know. It's just cool. It's just cool to them. I don't
It's
know.
like celebrity status.
Yeah,
as you're
celebrity
up there.
status right now. Yeah.
That's-
But yeah, that's my summer. It was fun.
You know?
I was fortunate enough to have a really good volleyball career in high school. My basketball team, we ended up making it to the state championship my senior year for the first time. So that was really cool.
You won state championships in volleyball.
Oh, yeah, we won. Yeah. We won a couple state championships with my sister. So I got to experience state better through volleyball than I did basketball for sure, though.
So we all champions.
Right.
Because I won
Basically.
states too. I'm tripping. I don't even know why I said that.
Oh yeah. And
Why I ain't say that. but-
Chipotle Nationals.
Yeah, you
So
said
why?
Did I
that.
say that?
You said that already, yeah.
No, I
But-
didn't. I didn't say this. No, I said I
No,
was
you
gonna say it, but I
did.
I don't think I said it.
You did.
Anyway,
You said
we
it.
won Chipotle Nationals. You know.
So what about your Puma deal? When did you when did that come into talks, and when did that actually go into inked paper?
Me and my twin were the youngest hoopers to sign an NIL deal with Puma, or a sneaker deal in general.
Yeah.
And that experience was cool. We didn't understand what it meant at the time. We just knew we were gonna get a lot of gear and sneakers, and that was like cool.
Yeah.
Like you know, being a hooper, getting all the sneakers and the gear. A lot of kids don't get that. But as time went on, our dad kept repeating it like, "That's special. You guys are the youngest to do it. You know, like it's special." And we're like, oh, okay.
I can hear you
Okay.
saying that.
Yeah, but we were grateful for every moment. It taught us a lot about the business world. We were in a lot of important rooms. It brought us to being like the radio with Angela Yee. Angela Yee, y'all know who she is? She was on 105.1. Remember when I was like,
Is that in Jersey?
no, that's in New York.
How are we supposed to?
iHeart Radio.
I heard.
I am
Oh,
from
okay. Yeah,
Toronto.
that's more familiar.
I think
Oh,
we-
you're from.
Sirius XM.
Okay, okay.
I heard of that, but
Look, just research it. It's big. It's one of the biggest platforms in New York. But it just put us in a room with a lot of important people and
That's cool.
taught us a lot. Yeah.
So for those of you who don't already know, me and Lauren are both from East Tennessee, so us being here at the university is special. I want to share some memories that we've had about growing up to games and even into our childhood. But what is the one memory that comes to your mind when you think of basketball and me, or just life in general?
Probably the summer going into my junior year where we're at, where's that tournament?
Lake Point?
Lake Point tournament. And
Oh, boy.
I had worked out with Grant for a straight week. I got mad at Dad. I was like, I'm not working out with you for the rest of the week. Like, I just can't do it. So me and Grant go to the gym, work out with him, have a great workout. And at the tournament, Grant sat always front, right on the court, and he says that he was controlling me, basically with his PlayStation controller, telling me what to do going down the court. The best basketball I played in my entire career, and my phone was blowing up after. That's where I blew up after that trip.
Yeah.
But
How many offers did you get that weekend?
I literally sat on the couch from like 4 days in a row. Right when I got out of school, I was on the couch with my dad from 3 p.m. to 11:30, just back-to-back calls. And that was, luckily my dad was an assistant coach, so I was able to coordinate calls with him. But I wanted probably, I think it was like 35, 40. It was,
in 4 days.
It was crazy. Like, yes, bro, it was crazy.
So
it
you
was,
were good luck.
Yeah.
it was crazy. But
Bring that
Making the
controller
game too
out.
that's what
complicated.
You better bring that controller out again.
Yeah,
Facts.
no kidding. Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely a good memory.
I'd say one of my favorite memories with you was honestly seeing how excited you were about being at Tennessee when we played versus Alabama the first year we beat them.
Oh,
I don't remember exactly what year it was.
Shaq shot that shot?
No, football.
Oh,
when Dad
oh.
caught the field goal.
Yeah, that's a great video.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, he caught the
it
missed field goal from Alabama.
I'll have
and
to send
then
that
we
in.
went down the field and kicked the game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
Wait.
We'll have to send Ellie the video. She can tell
Yeah,
you
hey,
about
this
it.
video, my dad might get a little. My dad's finger, his ring finger, he couldn't get his
It jammed.
his
when he
ring
caught
off.
it, and it
He
was,
couldn't get it off for
It was like
months.
swollen, so he couldn't take his
Months.
ring off.
Yeah.
So that seeing your love, I think, grow for Tennessee at that point was one of the cooler moments I've had with you since being here. But I think that's when your interest really started to move towards Tennessee. So far at your time at Tennessee, what's some memories you and maybe even your sister have shared, or some with Deniya in the locker room, whatever it may be?
One of my favorite moments in Tennessee is when we went to the lake for the first time with you guys in Deniya, and we went on your guys' boat and we went tubing. I didn't even get to do
surfing.
Did we do the jet ski?
Yeah.
It was just y'all two. Y'all did the jet ski.
I can't remember. Yeah.
But-
Deniya was scared to
Terrified.
put a toe in the water.
She had her life jacket on, strapped up, buckle, strap, all 3 straps.
Yep.
I was scared too at first, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm chilling."
You jumped off the silos though.
We jumped off the silos.
Deniya was scared for
Never.
you.
That's
was
one
a
thing.
rebel.
I'm telling you right now, like, I would do the surfboard thing that y'all
The
did.
Yeah.
tubing.
But as far as jumping
Oh,
off that
that's
thing, no.
We might
I will
have
be
to-
the camera person till the day I die. I swear.
We might have to add the clip in of,
Yeah,
of
you're on the
Maya.
boat with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, please add the clip of me, please. That was funny. I almost got it though.
No, you did. You did.
But then
it takes time.
it does.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Chill. I feel like I'm a pro. I hop on that job, I'm gonna get it first try. But that was one of my favorite memories. Oh my God. Jada was having fun.
She was having a
I
blast.
forgot Jada was there too.
Yeah. The summer before that, me, Avery, and Edie brought over
Favorite.
Coop, Favor, and Coop was body surfing on the board. It was hilarious. I couldn't believe she actually got in and did it because she was scared like you were of the water. But then she thought for some reason that the board was going to like save her.
Save her?
So she was like, I'm good. I got the board. And they were like, well, what if the board like you lose? And she was like, I don't know. she ended up doing it though. She had a good time.
Coop is
But
funny. Did the board ever come up under?
I don't remember. I don't
God,
remember.
I need to
She
see
probably
that
would have
video.
freaked out if
Yes.
but I don't remember her freaking out, so probably not. We talked a lot about our childhoods and memories growing up. What is y'all's reason that you would say you picked up a basketball and still to this day play? What's your reason? Why do you love the game?
I'll say my whole family played it actually. My dad played it, my older brother played it, my mom. And we just been around the game forever. Like since we came out the womb, we've been around it, like for real. And so I think we just fell in love with it, just watching it. And then when we just picked up a ball, it just came natural to us. We did do a lot of things like gymnastics, dancing, like acting, but basketball is what caught our attention the most. We were just around it. All the players, my dad coached a lot of high-level players like Kyle Anderson,
Slow-mo.
J.R. Smith, yep. So it was just perfect for us to be part of it.
Kind of like what she said. My family, like, is very athletic. So I did a lot of sports growing up. I actually played volleyball, too.
Okay.
A very short time. Wasn't long. But, yeah, I did volleyball, played soccer, ran track for a bit. But my mom will tell you, like, I'll be in soccer practice, like, air shooting a ball after a goal. Like, it wasn't for me. I liked it. Like, I was good at it, but basketball was definitely, like, what I actually liked. So I went to the nearest basketball camp thing, and they said I got to get out of here. I got to get to, like, a rep team. So went to that, and then they put me, like, 2 years up, and since then I've been playing. I played on boys teams, like 3 teams at once sometimes. Like,
Were you always really tall for your age?
no, actually, I was a point guard. I wouldn't say her height. But
I'm about to say, don't do me like that, because when I was younger, I was taller than everybody. Then everybody just started getting
See,
taller.
that's what you say now, but I was opposite. Like, when I was younger, I was a point guard. You know, I was tiny compared to everybody else. Like, all my friends that were, like, bigs back then, I'm way taller than them now. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I just spurred up. Like, my dad, he's, like, 6'5".
Well, that's why.
No, but I wasn't tall at first. My mom's, like, 5'7", So
Okay.
I didn't
Met
think
the
I was gonna
middle.
be that tall. Yeah.
I was a complete opposite. I was a baby giraffe out there, long, lanky,
Me
tall
too.
girl that they
Yes.
stuck in the post.
Yeah.
And I was
Aw.
not
This big.
round.
Aw.
I was small.
Uh,
But our family's always been a big sports family. Both of our parents played basketball in college. Mom played volleyball as well in college. And I think just growing up with good examples like Grant and Addison, just following their lead, and me and Addison playing volleyball together. And then I'm always in the gym with him and my dad. So just following along in his footsteps and Addison's footsteps is where I
Yep.
wait, Addison played basketball, or you said volleyball?
listen. Addison, what did they used to call her on defense?
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
Wait, why?
She
She was
used-
fast.
Yeah.
She
She plays like with a hunch.
Yeah.
She would
And
like she would always pick
she's-
people's pockets.
yeah.
Like she'd be low to the
Oh.
ground and she was a great defender.
Yeah.
Oh.
She
But
could have
she
played
was
Division
she
I
was she was
basketball,
that
but
girl
She just didn't care.
that
Oh, okay.
didn't. She'd be like, "Why don't y'all ever ask me to go work out?" And we're like, "Addison, you get there, and then 5 minutes later, you're wanting to leave." But she was that person that didn't touch a ball over summer. Came in for the first like little workout shoot around
She
thing.
played
and she
AAU, but
shot
never
threes
took
in
it
your
serious.
face. Like
Wait.
she,
Hoop, huh?
Just
yeah,
hooping,
but she would
yeah.
put no effort in at all.
Yeah.
She would piss off some girls like they're getting in the gym working all summer, and then she comes in and just she might airball her first couple, but then she's good. For those who don't know, Addison is our sister, middle child.
In
So
between us.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'd say my love for the game started as like you, just as young as I can remember. Being the oldest, I kind of was the guinea pig. And from there, my dad would just always ask me if I wanted to get in the gym, and he never really forced it on me. And then once I got to about like 4th or 5th grade, we just casually started going to like the YMCA like on weekends and shooting around, and then it became more serious with time. I was never the star player. I was just kind of your average player, and then I grew up playing football, baseball, soccer, everything really. But my love for the game started young, and I think I just always kind of like wanted to be like my parents. They both played in college, and then from there, it just kind of continued to grow into something that today I love. So one thing I've always noticed at Tennessee is the fans, and with me being in my 3rd year here and y'all in your 1st, I'm sure y'all can speak to the volumes of Lady Vol fans in comparison, especially to other places. What are some things that you all love about Tennessee? I know it's a We Back Pat week, so they always say spark the summit. What are some things that you all love about the Lady Vols fan base?
I mean, before I even was committed and I was coming to your games, the fans that were there, like, "Hey, you coming? Like, we need you." So like
Even random restaurants. I
Yeah,
remember people would be
yeah.
asking to take pictures. I was like, that's weird.
I
You're
know,
not
like
even
that's
here
when I
yet.
was like, "Holy cow!" Like I'm not even committed yet. I'm not even saying I'm going there. They're asking for my picture. So I mean, they're very loyal fans. I mean, they travel far with wherever we're playing. I mean, everywhere we've gone, we've had most of the times we'll have more fans than the
home team.
arena we're
Right.
in. So I mean, they travel with us. They support us. So
I'll definitely agree with that. The fan base is crazy. I think that's one of the main reasons why we came here. When we go on the road, like Lauren said, like our fans will be more fans for us than the other team, and it's very noticeable. I will also say, like you said, Pat, the legacy. I think just being a part of that and just wanting to bring that culture back is also what sparked us to come here, and it's just special.
On my visit here, I remember we were going to the football game. I think we played Florida that day, and we were walking down to the field, and there was just like 3 different people, and they all had my pictures, asking me for autographs. Mind you, I didn't sign yet. I don't even know how they found me or knew I was going to be there, but it was crazy. They had me and Jada's pictures, stuff like that. It was really cool. And then just like being around in Knoxville, like moving around, like today when I was at the dealership, somebody asked me, he's like, "Oh, you played last night? You're Prawl, right? You're Prawl. Like, good game," stuff like that. So I think that's just so cool. Just you never know when to expect it, and they're just always around and very supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can also add on to like it's even Lady Vol fans out of this country, and they'll like text us like, "Oh, I'm from Jamaica," or like, "I'm from somewhere else," and it's just like, wow, like you guys are watching from all the way out there, and y'all fans, like that's crazy. Like,
You got somebody from Jamaica?
I don't know. That's
Oh,
like okay, it's
okay.
ironic because she's a Jamaican.
She
But
just
I'm
said that 'cause
so
I'm Jamaican,
serious.
whatever.
No, for real. Jamaica, Ireland, Poland,
That's cool.
it's different places. Yeah.
That's cool.
I think also too, like when going on visits and seeing other schools and going to their games, there wasn't any school that I felt like had more fans than Tennessee, and I think that also is just a big factor in winning games and the crowd being into it and putting pressure on teams. So I think that's also really cool. How our attendance is always really high, and it continues to grow.
I have an idea of what you all will say to this, but what was the first game y'all were like, wow, our fans are traveling and they're always going to show up?
NC State. That was the first game of the season. When I didn't expect it to be that many people. I mean, like, obviously there's been other games where they came packed, like, but that was the first game of the season. I didn't expect to see that many orange, like, orange. It was like orange and red, like, going against each other. I didn't think it was going to be that many people. But.
Probably the UT Martin game. I
was going to say that.
That was.
Oh, that's a fact.
Obviously, Pat having something to do with that.
Yeah.
And they had the doors open 2 hours before the game. I'm going out there. I'm the first one out there to get some shots up, and the stands are already full, and I'm like, what the crap? Like, is this even like, is this even like allowed for them to be in here this early? And it was packed.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it, because I went to Martin to start my basketball career.
I had some people talking to me, hey, I know, is Grant here?
Yeah. And I remember watching on the TV, I was like, golly, it is packed out. And I wasn't there, and I hadn't texted her before the game, but it was sold out, and it looked awesome. I know y'all didn't play great that day, but it looked awesome.
Well, but no,
we got the dub.
Yeah. I can agree with the same game. Like, I was thinking about that. They were in there like 3 hours before the game started. Like, starting to, they got popcorn ready. Mind you, we still had 3 hours of just warm-ups.
Yeah,
like, just warm-ups.
Out there
we pulled up on the bus, and there's like a walkway like from where we go in, and they were like holding stuff up. They were like trying to throw stuff at us, and they're like, it was cool.
Yeah.
I think when we had shoot around, there were people there too, right?
Yeah.
There's some people out there.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, tailgating. There were people tailgating.
Tailgating at a basketball game.
Yes. guys, I'm so serious. Like, I forgot.
I don't know if it's tailgating.
But they were in their cars
I saw
hours
people
before the
out there.
game.
I saw people.
They were. I'm
cooking
like,
out there.
hot dogs. What's this, a football game?
Right.
It was. I'm serious.
That's a big deal in Martin, Tennessee. I'll let you know.
Okay.
That's cool.
So earlier I talked about We Back Pat Week, and now I'd like you all to share a little perspective on that. Being in the gym, being in the arena the other night, it seemed like a great atmosphere, and it feels like with everything she means, especially here at University of Tennessee, that there was a little bit extra energy in the arena. So what did y'all see? What did y'all feel?
I mean, there definitely was a lot more fans for that game. It's just really special playing for a program that has such a big legacy, and being able to perform on that court and play for her is awesome. I know other schools, they have the shirts and they wear it, but just being on Tennessee's team and like knowing how much more it means to like our fans and to us.
I think the event like itself, or the week itself, has just been so motivating. Yesterday's game is something about it just made me want to dive on the floor and play extra hard defense. Like I just wanted to play overly hard, like even the purple on our jerseys and then Summit on our backs. It was cool. I mean, just seeing that and then how excited the fans were to see that, us in those jerseys is just amazing, and it's so motivating because now like I feel like it just fuels us for going forward. Just remembering her legacy, and even like the event that we went to. That event with Candace Parker, Holly Rowe, Dawn Staley, Andrea Carter, and
what was that
Nikki.
Other
lady? So many.
There were so many.
Legends.
Yeah. With them all being there, like just hearing their stories and hearing their experiences with Pat, like that's another thing that really like motivated us as a team. I feel like I remember after that event, we all got together like let's go practice, let's go play a game. I'm ready to go play.
What's the two things they were allowed to say? 2 points of rebound.
2 points of rebound. Yeah.
We were saying that to Coach
that
Kim.
whole week we would just say 2 points of rebound to Coach Kim. So just like hearing those stories as well, like, and then playing in the game, it was just truly so motivating and moving. It just, as I said, makes you want to play hard.
Yeah, also the event that we went to, the Lady Vols Summit event that we went to, also showed like the Sisterhood and all of the women athletes in there, and just how special it is. They had like softball. They had like softball,
soccer, and
coaches.
Soccer. Yeah, they had like old coaches, old players that played here back in the day that met Pat Summitt were friends with her, and they all spoke about who she was and how she acted. And the main theme was just, she has no filter. She's herself.
Yeah.
And the love for the game, it was very, very transparent. And I think that showed in the gym. And also, like I said, the sisterhood, like she would always show up for everyone. And that was special to us. Like she said, that just gave us energy to want to play. And I can remember yesterday before the game, we realized our last names were on the jersey. Like you said, Summitt was on the last name. We were like, the announcer is gonna say, Summitt for 3, Summitt for 3. Like we were just playing about it, but we were hyped about it. And it was just a good moment. I think Pat just brings us together.
That's another thing. When you say brings us together, like the sisterhood she built and left behind, like even having Candace Parker invite us to her house, Andrea Carter following us on Instagram, stuff like that. Like that, I believe that started with Pat. I think she built and instilled in them that they should always look out for the younger ones, after their time, and just keep like her legacy up and remember, make sure everybody knows like what Pat Summitt was and what she was about, or who she was and what she's about.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Lady Vol players that either were like, I have a lot of Lady Vol former players in my life, whether they were a player or a manager, and I think there's just so many, and it's so cool to hear their stories. When I was going on visits of people who either were coached by her or are now coaches, and hearing all the cool stories that they had. But
yeah, so with that and all that Pat has done for Tennessee, how do y'all feel responsible for whenever you all are done playing basketball, or even now while you have this platform, giving advice to others, younger girls who have the same dreams that you all did?
Yeah, at this point, God willing, I feel like if we get to the point where, like, Candace Parker and how influential she is, for sure, like, looking to give back to, the next Lady Vol generation to come up, and just be that inspiring piece. Because, like, as much as we say, like, oh, yeah, it's Candace Parker, but, like, it's Candace Parker. Like, just seeing stuff like that, and the chance of us, being able to be the next Candace Parker, Maya Pauldo and Lauren Hurst, like, that's just
Deniya Prawl.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like just being able to be in these shoes and knowing like what we can get from this, and later on giving back is just for sure something I'm looking forward to, and I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, I mean, we still do it. We do it now. Even us, like, when we were a part of the camp this summer and we were counselors, I think helping the little kids and the younger generation just build on the development of the game, helping them understand the game, but also knowing that it's more than that, just building connections with them. And then for example, I have a kid that was on my team. Her name is Chloe. She comes to my game every single day. She drew like this basketball on the paper and was like, this is for good luck. Like, and she makes sure to like see me before the game and say, Maya, I'm here. Like, she shows her face, and I love that. I feel like I made an impact in her life because she loves me and I love her. Like, I love her so much. But I think us just being there for them is very important, showing them that we care. I think Pat also made that known too. Just the love for the game and just love for people in general. Just be a good person.
Right. Yeah. I think the platform that we have, we're just held to a higher standard of just what she's done, and we just have to continue growing through her and keep leading Tennessee to what it needs to be.
That's cool to hear. I know about it even more than y'all do, just being from here, and like my dad used to always want them to be a part of like Tennessee Lady Vols, and then once it was a reality, he would always just like talk about it, and then it ended up happening. So I know it's something that's very special to us from being from here, but I know it sounds like y'all know your ball knowledge and everything to know about Pat, so that's good that you do, because it is a special place. What are some things that you can talk about, things within the locker room? I know I can speak for my teammates. Like, I have brothers on that team. I always say friends are the family you choose, and you get to be around a lot of special people, and you've never met them before, and they're from all over parts of the country,
right.
And then you're all in one locker room together, and let's just talk about what those relationships mean to you.
I think just with me and you, I mean, I didn't know Grant was going to be here my freshman year, but he ended up being here, and it's definitely special. I mean, being the first sibling duo to be here at the same time is just different, and y'all being the first twins.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
y'all
Well,
as in like
Yeah, me
y'all.
and Mia. I know.
It's just special to just have that person with you here, and going through hard times, especially in summer, having him with me was very helpful. So
Yeah, I could definitely agree with having my twin here. It's hard to explain. I think because we think alike and we've been with each other our whole lives, we know how to give each other advice. We know how to talk to each other when certain things come up, like adversity, or when good things happen. We just know how to be there for one another. And I think a lot of people can't really say that because they come into college by themselves. But I think Deniya being our teammate, she also is like I can't say triplet because that's doing my other sister wrong, but that's like
nice.
that's like our fourth sister, and I think just being in the same room, we always share our troubles, our success, and it's very helpful.
Yeah, to speak on that, I feel like both twins, like, I know who to go to for what. Like, you know, when I'm like more like in my emotional point, like I'm just like I need someone to talk to, I'm always with Maya, you know. And then when it comes to like, you know, having fun, and well, Maya's fun too, but when it comes to like, you know, just chilling and having a good, like, just a little vibe, I'm with Mia. But even not just that,
She know I'm fun. She know I'm the one, but Mia's more of her vibe.
she's like Mia's chill.
Mia's
So it's
like-
like when
and
it's
I'm
time to
alcohol.
chill, I'm gonna chill with Mia. But yeah, like it's like a sisterhood for real. Like
Yeah.
even when it comes to like being in the locker room with you guys and Deniya, and there'll be points where it's like Deniya be like, Deniya, you need a rebound, and just tell me like straight up. But at the same time, she can also like, you good, D? Like always check up on me, and same with you. Like Deniya is like a great big sister to all of us. Honestly, I know you guys could speak on that too because y'all both love her down.
yes, love
But
her, baby.
it's the sisterhood is real. It is. And like as you said, friends are the family you choose. So I feel that here for sure.
That's good. All right, so you all being freshmen, y'all have all started to contribute since the beginning of the season, but let's highlight some minutes that y'all have played that stick out in particular, but also let's mention the MTSU game. I believe those were some big first points for two of the three of y'all, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe
Not my first points, but
not your first points, but
Not-
you had a big
Yeah.
game, right?
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, MTSU game was my first career point, so that was a fun game.
Scooter game.
Yeah, had some bandages and stuff wrapped up, but didn't stop me from scoring, so it's okay.
Right.
Yeah, we won't get too into that, but yeah, us being freshmen, I mean, Coach Kim is a person who plays a lot of people, so just us five getting our minutes and progressing, getting our confidence up, and I think also that comes with the girls that were already on the team in practice. They don't treat us like freshmen. They treat us like just another player who's getting on the floor, doing their best. We all come in the game doing what we need for the team. So I feel like just the older girls just really putting confidence in us, especially for me. That's been big.
I think just like from us first coming here, I feel like you said, they don't treat us like freshmen, but also Coach Kim doesn't let us treat them like seniors. So just continuously going at them in practice and stuff like that and building confidence there. I think, you know, having great days stacked up in practice obviously leads to great games. So I think that week I did pretty well as far as my confidence and, you know, just like going hard consistently. And I think I was just really comfortable out there. And I see myself building from that, even like our last few games, you know, just building confidence continuously and not overthinking is going to be my biggest thing for sure. And, you know, it was a good game. You know, I hit some three. I don't remember how much
You
I
got
scored.
buckets.
I got
girl.
some buckets, to tell you the least. I got
You
some
got
buckets. You know,
buckets.
I was out there doing my thing. So, you know, just trying to build on that and continuing to show what I can do is my biggest thing for this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that MTSU game is the game where I started to gain a lot of confidence. Like she said, I felt confident in that game and very comfortable. I said confident already. Oh my gosh.
Poised. You look poised out there.
I was very poised and I definitely felt confident. That was the highest I scored, 10 points. So, I mean, me and Deniya and Lauren had a great game. And I was just proud of all of us because we still were adjusting. And so for that to be the game that, is where we start to feel more like ourselves. I was just very happy for all of us. But like they said, our teammates and our coaches, they instill confidence in us, just always working on our development. Coaches just always getting in the gym with us, and watching film is very important. And that just tells us that they want us to get better. And they still have confidence in us to do our job and do our part.
What have y'all noticed about the SEC when it comes to competitiveness and how the bar raises?
Definitely bigger guards, bigger players. I mean, especially for me, everyone's going to be big and tall, but I can definitely see the difference in SEC play. Also, the grittiness. They're very aggressive, and I mean, we don't have a problem with it because that's why we're here, because we're the same way. So I don't think that's stopping us from having success. I mean, I like the SEC play.
Yeah.
We've been balling. Personally, that's what I think.
I can agree. I love SEC play. There's not people out there trying to take charges all the time. Like, there's people actually competing with you and trying to meet you at the rim. So I love it, honestly. Like, it's like a flow state playing SEC. It's like you just got to keep moving forward. You can't really dwell on what happened in the previous play. So I think, just adjusting to that. I think we've all done a great job. Like, especially you've been doing a great job adjusting to SEC play, of course. And just like I said, continue to build on that. Like, I'm just so excited to keep going, and we have some great games coming up, so I'm ready.
I think our schedule leading up to SEC play got us ready. We had a lot of ups and downs, but it led us to have a good start into SEC play.
To wrap up the show, we always do a fun little segment. So, Lauren, you're from Cleveland. Maya from New Jersey. Deniya's from Toronto. Let's say 3 things about Knoxville that make it feel like home. Whatever it could be. 3 things that you love about Knoxville. It could be restaurants, a place, a person, whatever it may be.
Definitely how close my family lives. I love how my parents just moved to Maryville, so they're closer. Grandparents live closer. You're here. That was always good. Our team is awesome. I love our team, and all the girls, we just blend so well. And then a restaurant that I love, y'all know I love this place, Sunspot. Sunspot, hit me up, please.
Wait.
You want to do something? I'm always begging them to go, and they never want to go.
Don't tell them that. We want Sunspot too.
Yeah. You know we love Sunspot.
Y'all
You just want it 2 times a week.
I know.
She used to order Wingstop 7 times a week.
Me too. I did
turn
too.
into a chicken wing.
I'm weak.
3 things that makes Knoxville feel like home. Definitely teammates, the little family aspect. My car, got to say that because it's actually from Toronto and I have my license plates, and I'm like the only one in Knoxville with Ontario license plates. Thanks. And last, I'd probably say Jamaican restaurants in the area because I'm Jamaican as well, if you didn't know that.
Ola's?
No, not quite. That's more soul food. It's called Dosi's, I think.
Dosi's.
Yeah, we get that catered.
We get them together sometimes. That's why I always get them.
That's how. But so I'd say that.
Happy after practice when that's out there.
It makes my whole week. Like, as soon as it's on Thursday sometimes. We usually get on Thursday. So every time after practice is Thursday, I'm gonna check the locker room quick.
Wait, I didn't even realize that.
See, I have a mental note in my brain. I'm ready for it.
You be ready.
Overly.
Okay, so number 1, I would definitely say you guys, the teammates, they make it feel like home. Most definitely my sisters. I would say probably, what is a food spot that I love, guys?
Panera?
No.
I've been real white.
You love Jimmy John's.
I'ma say Dos Bros.
Oh.
Yes.
Y'all know I love me some Dos Bros.
You know where it started?
Ooh, Cleveland. Period.
We love some Dos Bros.
Okay, that's number 2. I ain't gonna lie. Dos Bros, and the third one.
I bet.
Okay, I'll do a 3rd spot that's coming soon. Pliables. Pliables, hit me up. You know what Pliables?
It's like a smoothie
See,
spot.
we gonna put you on. It's by Just Love. You know where Just Love is? It's right across the street from Chipotle.
Okay, I got you.
And it's opening soon this year.
2026.
2026. Guys, we got that at home, and I've been beasting
Is
for
that
it to
the
come here.
little the
acai bowls?
Ooh, yeah.
you?
I love
I
those.
remember when I added you on Snapchat before you got here. Y'all were posting those every day.
I was
eating
like,
them
I
every
missed.
day.
Oh yeah, at home. Yeah, I didn't even get one when I got home. When I went home.
Womp, womp, womp.
But those are three. Those are three.
All right. My 3 would definitely be also our family being here. This year in particular, I'll say, I mean, you're here with me, so I'll substitute that. So you're here.
Family, right?
I would say it being my last year, it just feels a little different, you know, being the older guy now, having, you know, living with guys, roommates, building that connection, like you said, brotherhood for me. And then my third thing will probably have to be, I'll say the atmosphere of Tennessee compared to other places. It means more to me because I'm from here, and being a part of it, it's just really special to me. So just being my last year, it just feels a little different. That's all we got for y'all today. Thanks for joining us on More Than Hoops. Huge shout out to WBRR for letting us use their podcast studio today. This episode of More Than Hoops is brought to you by TPL and presented by Dick's House of Sport, UT Athletics, and the Lady Vols. Thank you so much for having us.
Vols!